the message I have in my heart is that let us keep the spirit of African unity. Because I know one day, time will come when Africa will unite. We'll all be happy and sing happy songs. Yes, and one day, Kwame Nkrumah once said, I'm not African because I was born in Africa. I am African because Africa was born in me. And that's the same to me. I'm not African because I was born in Africa, but I am African because Africa was born in me.
For the first time in history, black people don't need them. For the first time in history, black people are educating themselves. You know, we are educating ourselves, we are feeding ourselves, we are healing ourselves, we are funding ourselves, we are organizing, we are building. Let me tell you one thing, when black people unite, the global economic shifts, the culture shifts, the narrative shifts. I'm telling you for free.
What's happening, everybody? Hey, check me out one time. My name is Arif. I'm an Ethiopian. I'm starting a new movement called the Babao Movement. Babao stands for Black American and Black African Unity. There's a diaspora war, so they say. No, it ain't. We're putting an end to that shit right now. I'm stepping on that right now. You hear me? If you are an elder in the African community and you hear a Black African talking bad about a Black American, slap the taste out their mouth. If you are a Black American hearing a Black American say the same shit about Africans, I implore you to do the same. We're putting an end. We need each other in this world, man. It don't matter where you from. They don't care. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a movement, and I wanna see people putting this shit on shirts. I wanna see you marching with this shit. If you wanna make a flag for it, go ahead. Hear me? Go ahead, do it. It's time. It's time. We ain't playing no more. They don't care about us, bro. They just hung 4 black people this week. Did help me get this message out there. We're starting a new movement. We're gonna get this shit right this time.
Before I greet you, I will start this video by saying this. Black unity is cracking the white system wide open. Oh yes, oh yes. The unity of black people across the world, it is cracking the system. Yeah. So when you see there is a fight between Black Americans and Africans, Caribbeans and Black Americans, Afro-Latinos and Black Americans or Africans, when you see there is this misunderstanding between black people, country or worldwide, it is just they are trying to, there is fear. So of course we'll have 1 or 2 people who are trying to buy the narrative of the system, okay? That's what I'm going to talk about it today. But I will say this, grand rising kings and queens from Africa and across the ocean, welcome back to my YouTube space. Thank you so much for being part of me. I have not gone to my office, to my studio. I'm outside and I'll make sure I will talk to you. It cannot hinder me from talking to you from whenever I am, okay? Today's message is not about warning. It's not a warning. It's not a prophecy. Today's message, it is a declaration, okay? You get me? A truth that can no longer be denied. A truth that can no longer be hidden. A truth that terrifies those who build their power on the backs of black people. A truth they have tried to silence. They have tried to buy. They have tried to distract. They have tried to divide. But I will say this. It is too late. It is too late now. You know, welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. So black unity is no longer a dream. It is a force. It's happening right now. And that force is cracking the system. You get that? You get that? Do you not feel this? Are you not feeling it? You know, from Nairobi, Kenya, all the way to Atlanta. Are you not feeling it? From Johannesburg to Jamaica. Are you not feeling this? The energy has changed. I can feel it. Maybe I may be young, but I can feel it. And my subscribers are feeling it. My returning subscribers, I know they are feeling it. It is time for you to feel it now. It is time for you to feel the energy. The veil is lifting. You know, black people across the globe are beginning to realize something powerful now. Before I go down deep in this video, I want you to play videos of black people talking about unity. Now, I want you to see, I'm not talking alone, but there's some people talking about this, okay? Let's watch these clips and then we come back and we continue.
Together. The only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and solve our problem ourselves.
We must unite now, because if we don't unite, we will be manipulated. Nobody listen to those ideas. I can hear for once again in 1916, Casablanca, Morocco, accompanied as he was by King Idris of Libya on that day.
Africa Must Unite by Kwame Nkrumah. Now, this is a book I believe every single Africans, all of us, we have to read this book. And I'm not just saying that because he's my granddad. I genuinely believe that we all have to read this book and we have to make it happen. And he tells us it's going to be a struggle. It's not going to be easy, but we have to fight. The same way we fought for independence is the same way we have to fight for African unity. And he breaks it all down from the start, from slavery, colonialism, how we've been stripped of our histories, stripped of our identities, stripped of our cultures, our dignities. And Africans have been taught they're inferior for years. And over time, even they started to believe it. And he says in the book, he's often been accused of the impossible. And when he came to Ghana in 1947, they told him independence is impossible. Not in their lifetime, not even in 100 years. But of course, he still believed in independence. And he said independence now. And he made it happen. And he sees African unity the same way. The same way they said independence is impossible is the same way they're saying African unity is impossible. Look, they are trying so hard to keep us divided, to keep us weak. So why are we not fighting to unite and to become stronger? Nkrumah called for the political and economic unification of African states as the most effective way to achieve economic and socio-cultural emancipation and to regain full sovereignty over our land and our resources. He knew exactly what we needed to do to achieve independence. And he knows exactly, and he's telling us, he's given us the blueprint, exactly what we need to do to achieve full economic and political African unity. But he says it all starts with the people, with us. We have to come together. We have to educate ourselves on the mission, on the vision. And you can feel it in his book. He's telling us, look, I've laid the foundation. I've done what I needed to do. And I'm still doing more, still doing everything he can to achieve his mission. But he knows it might not happen during his lifetime. He knows that time is limited. The forces that are fighting against him, they're powerful. They're powerful. It's not going to be easy. And that's why he laid the blueprint for us. That's why he told us, I've laid the foundation. Now it's your turn to pick up where I've left off. It's your turn to keep that vision going. Ibrahim Traore, now that's a man who's bringing back that vision, bringing back that dream of African unity. And we need to support that. We need to stand strong in solidarity with Ibrahim Traore. And we need to educate ourselves on why we need to unite. And this is why I'm encouraging all of you to read this book. We have to. We have to come together. We have to continue the mission. We have to carry on that dream. This is it. This is our time as Africans. We have to unite now. Like he said back then, if we don't unite, we're going to perish. That's what he said. And as harsh as that sounds, it's true, it's the reality. And we've seen the effects, and we're seeing the effects everywhere, all over Africa, all over the Middle East, all over the world. His vision was to liberate all of us. So please read this book and let's carry on the vision.
We have allowed our enemies to interpret us to each other. That's right. We have allowed the media to shape how we look at one another and how we feel toward one another. We must understand this day, that the one thing that the enemy has always feared is that the mass poor would hear a voice and respond. In the scriptures, Jesus had a feast and he sent for the doctor, but he was busy. He sent for the lawyer, but he was trying his case. He sent for the businessman, but he was busy taking care of business. DJ, I'm so happy to see you. DJ Rogers. Then when the disciples came back, the feast was empty. So he told his disciples, go out in the highways and the byways. And when they went out in the highway and the byways, they filled up the feast because the little man, he had no stake in the status quo. The little man had not benefited from being a magician of Pharaoh. or a sycophant or one of those who bowed to Herod or Caesar. They knew they were suffering, and they were listening for and looking for a voice that spoke to their hurt. Yes, sir. And along came Jesus.
Brothers and sisters of Jamaica, I greet you with the fire of the ancestors burning in my chest and the red dust of Burkina Faso still on my boots. I come not as a head of state speaking to a foreign people, but as a son of Africa reaching out to his kin across the sea. I come as a revolutionary brother who recognizes in your struggles the reflections of our own. I come to honor your pain, salute your courage, and share in your enduring vision of freedom, from Ouagadougou to Kingston. From the Sahel winds to the tropical breeze of the Caribbean, we are bound by the same ancestral drumbeat. We are the children of ancient civilizations disrupted by conquest, torn by slavery, and tested by imperial deception. Yet we are also the descendants of those who never bowed, the Maroons who defied empire, the Burkinabe who rose with Sankara, the freedom fighters whose spirits still roam our hills, mountains, and deserts. Our story is not one of defeat, it is one of unbroken resistance. Jamaica, you are not small. You are mighty in memory, in rhythm, in soul. You are the flame that has kept burning in the night of oppression. You are the defiance of Queen Nanny, the vision of Marcus Garvey, the revolution of sound that came from Peter Tosh and Bob Marley. Your island is not isolated, it is a beacon, a fortress of the African spirit in the Atlantic. When I listen to Bob Marley, I do not hear entertainment, I hear sacred instruction. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. These words echo in every occupied corner of our continent. For while the chains of iron were broken long ago, the chains of the mind still hold many of us hostage. They come not with soldiers, but with debt. They come not with whips, but with NGOs. They do not enforce submission through colonial laws, but through economic blackmail, cultural domination, and the silencing of truth.
Welcome back. The system was never designed for black people to unite. The system was never designed for us to talk to each other. I talk to my African American brothers. I talk to my African and American sisters. I talk to my Jamaican sisters, Grenadian sisters, Jamaican sisters and brothers. Okay, if I say sisters alone, don't think the other way around. We talk. We talk about the continent. We discuss. The system was designed on division, tribalism, classism, colorism, competition, complexions, languages, passport, religion. Everything about this global system is rooted in a lie. A lie that black people are different. A lie that black people are scattered. A lie that black people are incapable of the true unity. Black people have been taught to fear each other. Yeah. We have been taught about the fear. They told that the African Americans were arrogant. They told the African Americans that the Africans were backwards. They told the Caribbeans that neither of us were fully free. But come to think of it, something has changed. The lies aren't working anymore. We are seeing through the mask. We are asking questions. And most importantly, black people are reconnecting all over the world. Black unity is rising from the very, very places they tried to destroy. In music, in culture, in protest, in economics, in love, in history. We are learning that our differences are our strength, and they are using those differences to divide us. Our differences is not a curse. We are learning that Africa is not just the continent, it is our foundation. And with that foundation, we are building a new world together as black people. So whenever you are watching this video, there's something you have in heart that we don't like each other, please start removing that, because never be left behind. The time is coming and you will be left behind. And there's a shift happening, and that's why I'm telling you, never be left behind. For centuries, black people were broken up into identities. You know, they served the system that you are a slave, you know, or free. You are colonized or independent. You are American, Jamaican, Kenyan, Nigerian, Haitian, but never simply black. You know, black people are broken into pieces, into identities, slaves, colonizers. You know, but now something is changing up, and it's changing very fast. The shift is happening, and I'm here trying to help the system. I say this, I will be very, very happy if my words are reaching somewhere. If my words are reaching your heart, please tell me. It fuels me. You know, now We are saying no more as black people. Black people are no longer playing the colonial rules. We are no longer choosing flags over freedom. We are no longer urging about accents and when our blood speaks the same language. We are not doing that anymore. Social media changed the game. Now we see black farmers in Zimbabwe connecting with black investors in Detroit. Now we are seeing black Brazilians learning Swahili. Now we are seeing African Americans buying lands in Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and all of these countries. We are seeing Nigerian artists topping up charts in New York because the system that once relied on our disconnection is now being ripped apart by our global connection. The connection we have. The world has never seen this before. The world has never seen the unity of black people across the world, across the world, across the world. A global black awakening across borders. Right now, black people, we are reclaiming our own history. We are reclaiming our history. We are reclaiming our destiny. You know, let me be honest here. The shift is happening. The shift is happening. And white power structure are not confused. They are concerned about this. Okay? And that concern is turning into pains. That concern is turning into panic. Why? Because for the first time in history, black people don't need them. For the first time in history, black people are educating themselves. You know, we are educating ourselves, we are feeding ourselves, we are healing ourselves, we are funding ourselves, we are organizing, we are building. Let me tell you one thing, when black people unite, the global economic shifts, the culture shifts, the narrative shifts. I'm telling you for free. In Swahili, I will tell you. Ile economy in Swahili is called uchumi ya dunia inabadilika. The culture inabadilika. Narrative shifts. And then they can't control the story anymore. They can't control the protest anymore. They can't control the votes. They can't, you know? They can't control that. And they can't control the conversation anymore. Okay? So, Africa is the heartbeat of the global awakening, global black awakening. For centuries, they tried to make Africa look weak, poor, chaotic, you know, name them. They erased its empires. They stole its resources. They stole African resources and divided the people through pens, just writing down these are the borders. But now, let me tell you for free, my brothers and sisters, Africa is waking up. Hear this, and the diaspora is watching closely. You see African nations rejecting foreign control right now, you think it's a joke. You are seeing young Africans standing up in protest. You are seeing them in Kenya, the Gen Z are protesting. Not just for democracy. We are doing that for dignity. Our dignity as black people. Our dignity as the African youths, as the Gen Z. That's why we are out there protesting. We are talking about Pan-Africanism in real time. I could have easily done comedy. I am a comedian full time. Let me tell you. I am a comedian. I have done comedian for more than 5 years. But the Pan-Africanism spirit came to me and I changed. I could have easily done comedy. It's very easy. It's very easy. No one is pursuing me. No one is looking at me and say that, what are you doing? No one is looking at me with that eye because I'm talking about unity. Comedy is free. Making people laugh, you sleep well. But I chose to be a Pan-Africanist. I could easily rap. I'm a rapper. Just entertaining people. No one is following me. No one is threatening my peace. But I decided, you know what? Let me be a Pan-African. So we are waking up as Africa. It's because of our dignity, you know? It's because of our dignity. It's not a theory, but this is reality. Black Americans are coming home to the motherland. Black Caribbeans are reconnecting with African roots. Black British youths are questioning colonial education. Black South Africans are rejecting neocolonialism. The global black family is coming home. Spiritually, culturally, economically. And here's the truth they can't handle, that when Africa rises, the system falls. Because of what? Because Africa is not weak. Africa was never weak. Africa was robbed, divided, and lied about. But the truth is now rising, and so the content is rising. When I talk about the uchumi, the economics, because real power follows money. That's true. Black people around the world are shifting their mindset. We are no longer obsessed with inclusion, you know? We are now focused in the ownership. That's why we are building. That's why we are buying lands. That's why we are honoring, or we are owning our own banks. We need ownership of banks, ownership of the culture, ownership of our future. Buying black is not just a trend. Buying black is a weapon supporting black people, supporting black business. It's not just symbolic. it is strategic because each and every dollar we circulate among ourselves is a dollar that doesn't strengthen the system that oppresses us. That is why they panic when we talk about Black Wall Street. They panic when we sabotage or we protest against their doings. And upon us doing that, they are sabotaging black platforms. That's why they target black entrepreneurs. And they know if we ever became self-sufficient, we become uncontrollable. And let me tell you this, we are no longer begging for loans. We are creating cooperatives. We are building black tech. We are farming our own land. We are investing in Africa. We are building economic bridges between Detroit and Accra, between Kingston and Kigali. This is economic welfare. And we are winning as black people. Culture is power. First of all, we need to do that. As black culture, or a black culture, is the most powerful culture. It's the most powerful force on the earth. From music to fashion, from language to food, we shape the world. They copy it, they sell it, they appropriate it. And I'll say this, they can't own it. Yeah, because it doesn't come from their system. It comes from our soul as black people. And now we are reclaiming our culture, our stories, and our image. No more letting others tell our story. We are writing books. We are shooting films. We are owning record labels. We are writing or we are running platforms. We are turning the lens around people, telling the truth about our own geniuses, our own strategies, our own struggle, our own glory. We are no longer waiting to be included. We are creating our own table. And guess what? The world is showing up to our table. And that's why the system is shaking. Because black culture is no longer just influential. It is revolutionary. The movement isn't just political or economics. The movement that we are up to, it is spiritual. Black unity is not about hatred. Let me tell you, some things when you unite, it's about hatred. Black unity is not about hatred. It's about leverages. It's about restoration. And we are reconnecting with the power they tried to erase. We are reconnecting with the ancestors they told us to forget. We are reconnecting with the wisdom they banned in libraries. We are reconnecting with the truth they buried under lies. You know? Kemet in science, from Ethiopian Christianity to Rastafarian spirituality, from Ubuntu to Ma'at, we are remembering who we are as black people. We are not lost, yo, man. We are not lost. We ain't cast. We are not primitive. We are not broken. We are the descendants of warriors, queens, kings, builders, philosophers, healers. You name them. You know, they thought we will forget, you know? And they feared we will forget, but we are not doing that. Okay? We didn't forget that. And now, the ancestors are watching us rise. They are watching us. Black unity is spiritual welfare. And we are reclaiming everything they stole. So I say it again, loud and clear. It is too late now. Too late to stop the movement. It is too late to divide us again. It is too late to make us doubt ourselves. And that's why when black Americans and Africans fight online, just a few days, 2 or 3 days, and then we go back to normal. The system is cracking because the lies can no longer hold. The chains are broken. The truth is known. The people are rising. And you know what? No matter where you are, Africans, America, Europe, and Ireland, you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are part of a global resurrection of black greatness. So we need to stand tall, okay? We need to stand tall. Stand tall, kings and queens, because the system is failing and black power is breaking through. The future is not theirs anymore. It is ours, okay? It is ours. So that is what I have for you today, the black unity. I don't know if you love my commentary, because I've been thinking about this each and every time. Black Americans uniting, and I love it so much. Black Americans and Africans and Caribbeans, we are united, and I love it so much. I can't wait to see how this ends. We are not ending it so soon, but it will end with the shift of power. Grand rising, kings and queens. Until next episode, peace out.